Welcome everyone. You join us at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache, or Interlagos as it's affectionately known. It's practice time, it's Brazil, and it's great to have you with us.
Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to some more F1 25. OBS is updated, so I hope it's fucking working properly. But we're here in Brazil, and it's meant to rain for the sprint race, so that'll be interesting. We're 6 points behind Max Verstappen, who's the points leader, who, as I'm recording this, is lapping a Mercedes around the Nordschleife, which I guess maybe he'll be able to do some more of in April when there's no F1 races. Thanks, Trump! But, well, political, I'll shut up. I mean, it is partly Trump's fault, but also, you know, don't fire at random countries that have nothing to do with it. Anyway, right, let's go back. Let's do a practice program. We'll do track acclimatization on the hards. Let's go. Let's see how the car feels around Brazil. I'm hoping, I mean, I always hope good, but I thought the car would like this kind of track. I just nudged the grass and braking was not the happiest thing in the world. Best first lap at this. We got the 4.45 that we need because it's a sprint weekend. Don't really have time to waste, or usually don't. So we can do race strategy. Oh, not on softs. For the hard, thank you. Looking at my phone. Definitely went too wide there.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Battery seems to charge well here. Ooh, and tyre usage was quite good. Okay. Let's go for a qualifying run. Almost for fun, really, at this point. Tell you what, I would like to restart this practice program. What's he doing? Well, let's enter the lap.
Okay, that's the test over, but I'm afraid we didn't get what we needed. We're going to have to run it again.
I think I'm going to be at the back of a 1077. We'll see if they're right or not, I guess. But yeah, by the looks of it, the rest of it is basically just me being good on the brakes. Well, we'll go to sprint qualifying. Oh, shit.
And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye. It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Sorry, I just forgot something. Just... What's I do is get me through Q1.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Okay, go through the path there. To qualifying apparently. That's fine. Don't know why I've got out again really, but never mind. So yeah, I'm still top of the pack, I shall trying to stay out of the way of people, but these most of the people are going to be at the back anyway, but still. Oh, great. Got like a jump. Fuck off. Other than 10 months, at least anything else.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay, let's advance into Q2. Apologies if you can hear a little bit of construction outside. If I like turn him. Okay, we can never get to the garage and back out again. But yeah, I think we may need to do a second run, possibly. Just make sure nothing happens. Yep, let's go.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
How do we not hit him? I have no idea. That's got to have been millimeters. How do I... We actually clipped through. I'm just going to go from there because I don't know if I can pull that off again, to be honest. Struggling with the what's it. Struggling with the dirty air off that car there. That's just incompetence, that one. Slightly tired, medium tyres. Struggling in Q2. That was an insane avoid from...
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up.
Up. Coming up. Get out immediately because of the rain, I think. That's what people are planning. Come on, this might be our only chance to get pole. If the rains came. Well, it suddenly bloody changed. Oh, come on. Ocon up again, come on. Oh, come on, brain. I could probably pop into the garage with this, but what's off the situation? And here comes the rain. Not much point with the rain. I think that's it. I think that's us done. Q4 for the sprint. Boom, there we are.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Oh, but we are in front of our closest, or closest in front, I guess. Championship contender, championship rival. So meant to rain the entire sprint. But the qualifying race should be okay. Right, so I need to nip away. But let's see how many positions we can gain in 12 laps. See you in a sec.
It's wet here today and we're expecting those downpours to continue. This will make for a difficult sprint for all the teams.
I felt like we missed half of that conversation, Crofty.
Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7 mile circuit with 9 left turns and 6 right turns for a total of 15 corners. It's a wet one today as well, so grip and visibility will be at a premium, and the drivers will need to be careful coming up the hill in Sector 3, the scene of many an accident over the years. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Lando Norris, and Antonelli, Crawford, Albon, Verstappen, and Esteban Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Isaac Hadjar, and Bortoletto, Lawson, Aaron, Lance Stroll, and PePe Marti, Behrman, Maloney, Hulkenberg, and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Interlagos, always one of my favourite weekends of the season. Love Brazil, adore this track.
Absolutely spot on, Crofty. I wish you could pick this circuit up and place it, copy-paste it on multiple different locations around the planet, because it is sensational to watch, sensational to drive. And for all these drivers here in Brazil, it's a great time to get stuck into this Interlagos circuit. It's an anti-clockwise track, lots of important corners to get right, and it's a track where you can make or lose an awful lot of lap time.
There's a lot of talking for this one. But a racing strategy, I presume she could be wet.
Here we go. I know what you can
Maybe
do.
intermediates towards the end, but can knock a little bit of petroleum out of the car. We'll do the lap because I want to. Lots of spinning, still spinning, I think. Still crashing. This track is really slippy.
Okay, so heavy rainfall here to stay for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving on anytime soon. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
This is either going to be
Keep an eye on the
a
lights.
giant
The
explosion,
start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed.
carbon
Be
fibre,
ready with the clutch.
or I don't think it'll go very well. I don't think I've driven an F1 car with such a low grip in a long time. Jesus, this is hard work.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.2 seconds. Tyre condition still looking good. starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.7 seconds.
Ooh,
Okay,
red flag.
That's a red flag. Red flag. Keep the delta positive, and let's have you straight to the pit lane, please.
Don't know what's happened there. I was really starting to get into my groove there. Alright, strategy. Intermediate.
Okay, we've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
Intermediate mediums, but it says it's not raining, which is very interesting. But we will hope we don't get fucked over by the AI. No, it is still raining a little bit. Much better launch than last time. But the car is really squirrely. We're going to try and get into the lead in turn one. Little green flag action. One of the hats is possibly breaking down.
Remember to play
Off the
around
start,
with your
really.
race modes in your MFD if you need to.
PePe Marti is out of the session. I'm trying to get used to what these intermediates feel like.
Green flag. The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
They're on intermediates. I think we can go to the end of the race on these.
Yellow flag. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.5 seconds.
With PePe Marti. Car starting to go a little bit through there. Rare that we get fastest lap of the race in races. Could this be one of those very rare times? Usually fastest lap goes to a car that's trying to catch up the pack, not the one at the front. It's a very sloppy lap, to be honest.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Final lap as well. Very twitchy again.
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent
Podium?
drive.
Fuck off,
The
it's
whole
the
team
win.
have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
Oh, there we go.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and of course the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time.
So let's fill in the sheets, sorry. So George was second, Leclerc was 9th, Max Verstappen was 8th, Oscar Piastri was 3rd, Lando Norris was 7th, with Kimi in 6th, Ocon was 11th. 11th. With Carlos Sainz up in 4th. I was first, Albon was in 5th, another bad showing from him. Bortoletto in 14th for Williams, Gasly in 13th for Williams. Lance Stroll was the leading Aston in 12th, but Yuki Tsunoda was in 15th. Isaac Hadjar was 10th, Liam Lawson in 17th, Paul Aaron in 16th, Franco Colapinto in 21st, Zane Maloney up in 19th with Hülkenberg in 18th, Ollie Behrman 20th, and PePe Marti was our only Dunphy boy of the day. So we'll head into the highlights. Whoops, I said we'll head into the highlights. I really struggled on the opening few corners. But so did Leclerc, by the looks of it, so... I suppose they don't automatically put your logo on the front of the car. I'm sure they used to do that. Here we go again. Okay, qualifying now for the main race. Hopefully trying to be a little bit better than we were yesterday.
It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos?
I just don't like the way he speaks. As in, like, the words he says. For Interlagos, it just feels weird. I'm gonna do something, one sec. It's actually warm in the UK, so I just put the fan on. Not the greatest start to our lap because I forgot to unmute the mic. Never mind. Track link, never mind. Even let it bleep.
Dropped to P11.
Well, we're definitely going to knock down the order, I can tell you that amount. So I'll have to have a go on the softs. Yeah, we're definitely going to go out there just in case. Hey. Try it again. Second and third for Q1. Just a track that Albon seems to like as well. That's fairly insane because I thought that was very good. But clearly it was poor. Where is our teammate? Please be good. Please don't be horrific shit. I remember when we had that fight with Vettel for a championship, which was just fun. Second. So Kimi and Albon out, that's not great, but Snowden doing well, and Pierre Gasly taking up the sort of two spots that should be filled with sort of top tier cars. Why have I done that? Turned a garage, what I was looking for. I think I'm going to make it to the line in time. Okay, we're not waiting for them. Yeah, not made it in time. Oh shit. Horrible look that was. So both my championship rivals ahead of me then for the race, which is going to be interesting. Ends the race.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. We're racing today then at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out Sector 3. That gives us our best passing opportunity down into Turn 1. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Piastri, Lando Norris and Crawford, Sainz, Gasly, Tsunoda and Esteban Ocon, Stroll, Albon, Isaac Hadjar and PePe Marti,
Not bad for PePe.
Soletto, Behrman, Liam Lawson and Paul Aaron, Hulkenberg, Colapinto, Antonelli and Zane Maloney rounds off the grid. Which of
That
these
means PePe must
talented
have gone to
drivers
Q2.
will come out on top
Bloody hell.
today? And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend Anthony Davidson. Interlagos, always one of
Currently
my
leading the
favourite
championship by a
weekends
point.
of the season. Love Brazil,
Love to see it.
adore this track.
Absolutely spot on, Crofty. I wish you could pick this circuit up and place it.
Oh, we've heard all that crap before. Right, race strategy.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Take some fuel out. Tell you what, I'm actually going to skip the formation lap. Let's just get into it and like buzz into. Stepping immediately into the lead. Oh, I'm fighting the Mercedes, literally. Oh, come on. Piastri off the track. I've slid up to 4th. Where's Russell going here? Have I got front wing damage?
Okay, DRS is now available.
Up into second place. Crucial will stay within this second of Verstappen. Piastri appears to have fallen down the order quite a bit here. Oh. Whee.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 5
Well, for
tenths
the
of a lap.
lunge, slightly accidentally, but I went for it. Look, Max is trying to punch me out of the way a little bit. He's going to the DRS down here. I'm going to try and pinch him off a little bit. One move allowed. Need to regain some battery after all of that. Chasing. Max chose the wrong direction to go there. Little bump from him behind.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now.
Russell also here for the party. I actually think this track might be a non-ERS and only use overtake kind of track. Yeah, look at me in the corners, but it's the only way for me to defend on the straight is to make sure I have as much battery as I can. Having a cheeky look, having to push even, pushing me off wide, staying on the track. He's got DRS and he's already aside of me. He's gonna kill me.
Okay, safety car deployed. Safety car's been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive.
What has happened there? Has Verstappen been killed? Let's review the move. I'm going to allow Max Verstappen to use a rewind, basically, and
Okay, clear.
not force him off the track. Russell fighting back as well. Sideways. Pit stop information.
You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens.
Again hitting Max on the inside. Russell been able to get through. Got me quite as much battery, so I'm going to have DRS, he says, hopefully, down the main street. Oh, although, keep doing things like that, you're not going to.
Okay, Mark here. Car update for you. DRS is offline.
No,
Looking into the problem,
no,
stand by.
Marky, why? Magically come back, magically come back.
DRS will be offline. There's a fault with the rear wing system. Stay out, we can work on a fix remotely.
Had to do that with the problem with the car. Piastri is there too. In fact, where is Verstappen? Has Verstappen had to pit because of nose damage? Well, he has a chance. It's better than we would have had otherwise if I'd have let him carry on into that wall. There's a chance to come back and get some points, but Piastri is still around. Off Mercedes now on the podium. I was looking at the little map. See the train of cars behind us now. Max with his talents and car performance, and he's definitely got a chance to get up here and tangle with it still.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Whoa! Hey, hey, hey! Grass there, causing me problems. Mercedes have got the battery.
Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Little bugger.
Should be feeling the effects of some tyre wear soon, so stay on your toes.
That is Verstappen. Down in 15th. But he's coming back on the softs. Probably to pit to harder around where we are, so he'll just be trying to get through as much as possible. Front wing change, collision with Russell. In fact, he could go mediums. Doesn't even need to have to go hard, although he might have to because of the sprint, I'm not sure. So that could be a move, medium, soft, medium.
Your DRS is unavailable. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix.
Still broken, which is why I'm so paranoid about one of these getting past, because they have DRS, I do not. So if they've got an extra boost to help them through, I can't have the same if they get in front. They can't brake quite as late as me, clearly. What are we meant to pick tyres? Tyre status.
Be careful, the tyres have deteriorated significantly at this point.
Pit stop information.
Okay, your pit window opens next lap.
No, that's not too bad.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Oh, one of them spun. Was that because of me or was that their own doing? Oh, a tiny bit of me. That is one of the Mercedes. Falling down the order.
Green flag.
Gasly in the Williams up into 5th. Now all the teams are starting to congregate near the top of the performance rankings. Does get interesting.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
Russell
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving.
has just
if you
driven
cross
into the
onto
back of
track.
me like didn't brake. What is going on? Is he having to have a new front ring maybe? We're having a bad stop, I can tell. Piastri out. Verstappen is now in front of us on the softs.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
We are racing Piastri.
Okay, we had an issue attaching the left rear wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us now and get back into this race.
Seems like now in the pits.
Alexander's in the pits. Alexander in the pits.
Stuck in the pits. Pretty much everybody in the pits now ahead. Racing on the exit, I think, with Lando Norris.
Stopping now.
Snowden making up places through the pit stops.
Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors,
Oh,
so I don't
no.
think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems.
Did we fix the DRS during the pit stop, do we know? First pit, where is Verstappen in 14th still. Yeah, if this was a normal weekend, he may have been able to do medium, soft, medium. Try and make up some time that way, but I think the Dutchman's goal now is just going to be to try and score some
Use
points.
your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Sorry, I need to keep that on. I trying to remember what the stretch is at the minute. Bad news, Norris is right behind us. This is my fault.
4.6 seconds.
Well, that corner is just a nightmare. Norris falling back there, possibly with wing damage.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
Norris and
Taking care of it.
Piastri squabbling on exit. Tsunoda is now up a spot, capitalising on that little squabble. Honestly, I think the worst thing for us at the minute would be a safety car. Because kind of safe at the minute, but also it'll allow the Stafford to catch up to the pack. Tsunoda's up into second place now. Can't believe Ocon was out of the session. Tsunoda's actually gapping Piastri and Norris. Do with Albon maybe trying to get through. Having a Crawford, Tsunoda, Albon podium, I'd be really happy with that.
Caution, caution. Green flag, we're racing again, let's go.
Tsunoda's actually catching me a little balance it.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.8 seconds.
You can Tsunoda win. Would be insane. Albon getting past Russell. Or someone dropping back, I'm not sure what's happened there. Whoa, get off. Tsunoda is definitely catching on us.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Piastri and Tsunoda left it a second away. There is Tsunoda. Whoa! Nearly. Tsunoda is right there. Come on. Come on. Come on, Tsunoda.
Okay, clear.
How is it not a safety car? There's a dead car on the track, isn't there? Car's having to... There's a chance there will be a safety car simply for the fact that it's too close to the end, maybe. Oh, his teammate got one, so I will give him the opportunity as well. Yeah, it actually works for me as well. Full iron out of the way, thank you.
Gap to your teammate behind, 1.7 seconds. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap.
Actually trying to force off the track again. Come on, Albon. Make it a Wangernumb 1-2. Give me a Wangernumb 1/3 as long as I don't get another bloody penalty or something daft, but here we are. Piastri coming right at the end.
Awesome, just amazing, mate, well done.
And Jak Crawford takes the checkered flag and wins.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way onto the podium now. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Okay, dokie. So we leave the weekend as winners. Max Verstappen got 1 point from that weekend. We got the fastest lap both times, which is very rare for us. But let's review the highlights. Oh, well, advance. We are going to lead the championship by a number of points to Max now. That gaining a whole 1 point during the whole weekend. Never say never, but touch wood, I'm usually good around Vegas.
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment. Thanks.
Something we should do is just these if we can. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really for us to do. Let's look at car components, possibly for the last time of this season. Yeah. Okay, all advance.
Boss, we've got interest. There's a sponsor looking to work with us.
Cassandra.
Congrats on winning that rivalry, boss. I chatted to some of their team in the airport, and they were much, quieter than usual. Nice one.
Right then, in that case then. There we are. Up at the top of the table there is a 26-point difference now between us and Max Verstappen. And what's that, a 21-point between us and the Red Bulls. There is a chance that we could win it all under lights in Vegas. There is that chance. We will have to see what happens. But in the meantime, let's fill in the spreadsheet, because that's exciting, isn't it? Russell was 4th with Leclerc in 7th. Max Verstappen in the end was 11th. Oh, 44 now, you were like that. 11th with Piastri in 2nd. Lando Norris was 10th in the end, with Kimi in 9th. Esteban Ocon was somewhere. He was 13th, with Sainz in 8th. I was 1st, Albon was 3rd. Gabriel Bortoletto, DNF, I think he was running quite well at one point. Pierre Gasly in 6th. Yuki Tsunoda in 5th, well done to him. Stroll in 12th. Isaac Hadjar in 15th, with Lawson in 14th. Paul Aaron 21st, with Colapinto in 18th. Zayn Maloney was 20th. Nico Hulkenberg in 19th. Behrman in 17th. And PePe Marti in 16th. Full scrolly. For the current driver standings, George Russell continues in 6th, with Leclerc in 5th. Max Verstappen has dropped all the way down to 3rd in the championship. Piastri has dropped to 1st. And Lando Norris is in 4th. Antonelli 7th still. Ocon in 10th, with Sainz in 9th. I am leading the championship again in the healthiest position we've been in yet. Albon is still 8th, Bortoletto 14th, Pierre Gasly 13th, Tsunoda is in 11th, Stroll in 12th, Isaac Hadjar in 16th, Lawson in 15th, Paul Aaron second to last, with Colapinto in 20th, Zayn Maloney is dead last, with his teammate in 18th, Ollie Behrman is 17th, with PePe Marti in 19th. And then in terms of the teams, I don't think there's been much shifting, but we will have a look. Mercedes are 3rd, Red Bull are 1st, Ferrari are 4th, McLaren in 5th. We are 2nd in the championship, Williams in 7th, Aston in 6th, 8th for Alpine, 11th for VCARB, 10th for Kick, and Haas are 9th with their solitary 2 points. It's funny how the further we go down the thing, the more chances there are the team is changing around. It's more exciting, you know. Haas could overtake Alpine. Was it Alpine? One of the two. But that's it. Going to the Dead Pig circuit next, with 393 engineers. Well, that's going to be it for this. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time as we head into the penultimate weekend of me recording. Or the ultimate weekend, I guess, of me recording, and the penultimate race in Vegas, where there is a chance we could walk away as champions. Based off of average finishing position, I believe Piastri will be leading in third. Verstappen has a 3.55, and I have a 3.95454545. Well, that's going to be it. See you next time. Bye bye.